Alright, so welcome back, guys. So I'm doing this one more time because I actually had a really perfect example for a first turn Horakhty. First turn Horakhty for normal summons. It is possible, people. Trust me. So anyway, here's a quick view of the deck if you haven't already seen it from my other videos. But that's not why I'm actually coming here. I'm coming to show you the replay. So, what was it? Horakhty to save the day. So yeah, the reason why this is so good is because you can pull it off on your first turn. And also, okay, so the 4 cards that you need, first of all. And I was just practicing against Jarvis because I could have practiced against anyone and I would have won. So, first thing, all you need is Terraforming, Chain Material. Hold on, let's bring it all out. First of all, you need Fusion Gate, Chain Material, Bubble Illusion, and Elemental Hero Bubbleman. So then what you do is you summon Bubbleman. That's your first normal summon this turn, right? Then you play Bubble Illusion, which now allows you to play 1 trap card from your hand. Then you play Chain Material. Then you keep going off on the effect and everything. So, if you need an instructional, like, paper-written form of this, I do have a Google Doc. Some people have already given me their emails, and I've given them a link to it. So, if you want it to be shared with you, just give me your email, and I'll let you have the written instructions of how to do this. But, if you're a fast learner, like I am, then you'll be able to tell how to do it just from this video. But yeah, anyway, so first thing you do is you summon 2 Carbanola Warriors, right? Remember that Chain Material allows you to use fusion materials from your deck, graveyard, hand, or field. So, and then Fusion Gate, if you perform a fusion summon, they have to be banished. So, that's how you do it. So then you overlay for Lavalval Chain. Lavalval Chain is going to continuously send Egyptian gods and Horakhty to the grave, so that way you can pick them up later with Ptolemy. So some people have been complaining that I always do these duels whenever I've got one of my Egyptian gods already in my hand. Well, here's proof. I don't have any Egyptian gods in my hand. I don't have any in the grave, so just watch and learn, pretty much. So I send Ra first off, right? Then I'll need to recycle Lavalval Chain for later. So then I banish 1 Elemental Hero monster, so I chose Elemental Hero Prisma for my deck, and Lavalval Chain to summon Nova Master. Then what I'm going to need, right, I'm going to need to bring Ra to my hand. The only way to do that is with Ptolemy. And the only way to bring out Ptolemy, because Ptolemy is a rank 6, is to get 2 level 6s, and that's where Elemental Hero Gaia comes in. How do I get Elemental Hero Gaia? I'll banish Nova Master and 1 of the Carbanola Warriors to bring out the first Gaia. Then I'll need to bring out second Gaia. How do I do that? So I'll probably banish either the last Prisma in my deck or 1 of the Bubblemen from my deck and the last Carbanola Warrior to bring out Gaia. Okay, as long as you have 1 Bubbleman left in your deck, then you're good, because you'll need him to summon Electrum later. So now you overlay, bring Ra to your hand, and now you're going to need to recycle Ptolemy, right? So you can keep doing this process over and over again. That's where Elemental Hero the Shining comes in. You banish the Gaia from the grave and Ptolemy, because you're going to need both Gaias also. So you might as well recycle them. But you're also going to need to recycle second Gaia, and you're going to need to recycle the Shining. So how do you do that? Vision Hero Adoration, which unfortunately is a very expensive card, but you need him regardless. And then you are going to want to recycle Vision Hero Adoration because you need him to recycle other things. It's a very vicious cycle. So then once you bring out Escuridao, then you just need Electrum. So summon Electrum, recycle everything, and repeat this process essentially over and over and over again. So at this point, just go ahead and bring all the Egyptian gods to your hand if you can. Lavalval Chain again, right? Then what you're going to want to do is send 1 of the Egyptian gods, it doesn't matter which one. So I sent Slifer, and then banish Lavalval Chain and 1 of your face-up Elemental Hero monsters, might as well. So that way you can bring out Nova Master. You want to recycle your Electrum and you want to recycle your Escuridao, so don't even bother with the Elemental Heroes from your deck. Just use the ones that are currently on the field first. Okay, so Gaia, so you recycle your Nova Master like you did last time and a Carbanola Warrior. This time, recycle Escuridao and your Carbanola Warrior to summon second Gaia. That's the easiest thing and the best thing to do, actually. So then overlay, bring Slifer to your hand again. Summon the Shining again, like you did last time. Summon Vision Hero Adoration again, like you did last time. And this is sometimes where people fuck up, because they're like, oh, I don't know how to get rid of Vision Hero Adoration, because Escuridao is in the grave, right? Actually, hold on, there he is right there. So all you can do then is just summon Electrum. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. So then what you do immediately, what I always do, is I just go ahead and banish these two, because I'm going to need to recycle Electrum somehow, and Adoration. So just go ahead and summon a Spirit out right now. Then go ahead and summon your Carbonola Warriors, overlay for Lavalval Chain, send Obelisk to the grave, right? Okay, and then summon Nova Master by banishing those two. Okay, now you're going to summon first Gaia, right? Now you're going to need to summon second Gaia. Now you actually will have to use Elemental Heroes from your deck again. So that's alright though. And then you overlay for Ptolemy, bring Obelisk back to your hand, right? And then you summon the Shining. Now Vision Hero Adoration is in the remove from play pile right now, right? So you can't banish Shining and Gaia to recycle them. Wrong. Just go ahead and summon second Electrum, recycle first Electrum, and then immediately play Vision Hero Adoration, and then summon a Spirit out, see? And now you're back to square one like you were before. Very simple. No need to panic if you get to a step where you don't know what to do. That's the reason why I have two Electrums. That way you can, you know, always get yourself out of the mess. So then what I go ahead and do, actually, because I've already used up my first normal summon for the Elemental Hero Bubbleman earlier, in order to summon one of my Egyptian gods, I'm going to need Seraphinite's effect for a second normal summon, right? So I go ahead and summon both of my Gem-Knight Seraphinites. So what do I use? Both of my Prismas and both of my Gem-Knights from my deck. So then I go ahead and sack all three of them for probably Obelisk or something, maybe? Okay, no, actually first I go ahead and summon Elemental Hero Electrum. It doesn't really matter. Make sure that you sacrifice all three of your Seraphinites, or both of your Seraphinites as part of the three summons, three tributes for the summoning. Because you need both of them in the grave, and I'll show you why later. So go ahead and repeat this step, Carbonola Warrior, overlay for Lavalval Chain, send Horakhty to the grave, summon Nova Master, and what I did actually was I banished the Electrum that was in the grave that I used as a sacrifice first. That way, and then I banished Iskiradao and one of the Carbonola Warriors for first Gaia. Then I'll banish Nova Master and the second Carbonola Warrior for second Gaia. So that way you just only got the Seraphinites and Horakhty in the grave right now, which is good. Now you summon Ptolemy, bring Horakhty to your hand. Now all you're really worrying about is getting those additional normal summons, right? So you have Iskiradao in the grave, right? So you obviously can't summon him with Vision Hero Adoration as a fusion material. But go ahead and summon Electrum, recycle everything. Now you can summon Iskiradao, and then what you want to do is you want to summon this guy right here, Gem-Knight Master Diamond. So what he can do is when he's summoned, he can banish one Gem-Knight monster that has an effect in the graveyard, and the Gem-Knight monster that he just banished, that becomes his effect. So that means he gets Seraphinite's effect, the ability to normal summon again. So that would be a third normal summon. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and summon him. So the three that I have to banish are the two from the deck and Seraphinite from the extra deck. Now, I have to summon this Seraphinite again to the field, and it has to be one of the three tributes that I tribute for my next god. It has to be, just trust me, and you'll see why. So, in order to recycle Seraphinite, to summon it again, I need to summon another Electrum. Make sure that before you summon the next Electrum, that the first Electrum is banished, otherwise you kill the cycle. So go ahead, summon Electrum, and now your Seraphinites back, right? So now I go ahead and I banish both of these guys to recycle them, so I can summon Vision Hero Adoration. Go ahead and summon the Seraphinite, right? So all I need is Prisma and one of my Gem-Knights. So now I can go ahead and use Gem-Knight Master Diamond's effect, banish the Seraphinite that's in the graveyard, and summon my next Egyptian god, right? Okay, there you go. And then I go ahead and summon next Electrum, so that way I can recycle my Seraphinite that was in the banish pile. You want to keep this Seraphinite that's in the graveyard in the grave, because you'll need it in order to banish it for Gem-Knight Master Diamond's effect later. So now what you'll need to do is find a way to recycle Gem-Knight Master Diamond, put it in the banish pile, that way you can summon Electrum, recycle it, and then do it again, right? So actually the way that I do that is I go ahead and summon the other Gem-Knight Seraphinite by banishing him as one of the materials. Go ahead and summon Electrum, and then recycle all of that. So then what do? I have to summon the Gem-Knight Master Diamond again, right? So how do I do that? I'll just banish Seraphinite from the field, not from the graveyard. Have to keep the one that's in the graveyard in the graveyard. Banish from the field, and the, well actually first I'd summon Vision here, Adoration to clear up some space. But banish that, so that way, okay, so you have to use the 2 from your deck and the Seraphinite that was on the field, right? So then go ahead and summon the second Electrum to recycle all that stuff, even though you didn't need to. Banish the Gem-Knight Serpahinite again, so that way he copies the effect again, so that means that you get 4 normal summons this turn. Because Gem-Knight Master Diamond, unlike Seraphinite, where you only gain the effect once per turn, Gem-Knight Master Diamond doesn't say you gain the effect once per turn, which means that you can keep banishing Gem-Knight Serpahinite over and over again and gain the extra normal summon. But notice that I'm out of Seraphinites in the grave, so you can only do 4 normal summons with this deck. So it actually works out perfectly that I can do an FTK with this. Anyway, so then you sacrifice those 3, summon Ra, summon Horakhty, and that's game, right? Pretty? Okay, good, because that's all I really had to show you, that FTKs are possible. That's how you do it with 4 normal summons. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the future, and see ya.